My next guest has not only played an angel on TV, she's also devoting her off-screen time to her real-life mission. She's an actress, singer, and she's here with me now. It's Roma Downey, the star of Touched by an Angel. I've been a guest in your wonderful house in Los Angeles, so it seemed only fair to return the favour on this festive occasion.
Oh, well, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Now, listen, you are best known, I guess, in America for the Angel moniker, of course, from Touched by an Angel. Let's have a little clip of this for those, the few who must be out there who don't remember you from this.
People have been painting pictures and writing songs and making movies about heaven and all ever since they could breathe. They never come close.
Poor love. It gets so dusty up here.
I mean, you couldn't get a kind of more peaceful vignette, could you, of that? And yet the irony is that you come from Northern Ireland, you know, a very war-torn place when you grew up. And I think you went back recently and were stunned by how it has transformed itself. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I grew up in the city of Derry, also known as Londonderry. And I went back there this summer, and it's just a place transformed and restored. You know, that we finally have peace there, which is just fantastic. What can happen when both sides agree to get together to sit down and talk and listen. But I grew up through the 70s and 80s, and we really had a terrible bombing campaign through Derry at that time. There were so many shops and schools, and you know, there was all kinds of awful activity, probably not your typical American childhood, certainly.
No.
And I know when I first left Ireland and I went to college in England, first of all, before moving to the States in my acting career, I was walking down the street and a car backfired, and I instinctively hit the ground, nose to the concrete, and there was that moment, I think the beginning of healing, perhaps, the realization that you don't have to live that way.
Because, I mean, you're married to an Englishman, Mark Burnett, one of the top producers in Hollywood.
Well, we won't hold that against him.
But you've lived here together for a long time now. I mean, how do you find America?
Oh, I love America. America's been so good to me, and I'm just enormously grateful for all the opportunities that I've had here. You know, my very first job in New York City was as a coat check girl. I worked in a fancy restaurant on the Upper West Side, and one of the first coats I ever checked was of Regis Philbin.
Seriously?
I remember sitting there, and he came in, and I thought, oh, wouldn't it be lovely to be able to afford to eat in a restaurant like this? And he went upstairs and I hung his coat up. And then when he left, he came down and he left me a very impressive tip. And some years later, I was invited back to New York, where I was the guest on the Regis Philbin show.
Fantastic.
And there's something just so beautiful in the opportunity that America would allow.
Well, thank God he tipped you there.
Well,
huh?
he
could have been really awkward.
I know. I never went on his show and told him he stiffed me. But I'm so grateful. My husband is too, just for, I think that, you know, there really is opportunity here if you're willing to work hard.
Now let's turn to this new DVD. You're the executive producer, a new animated series called Little Angels. Tell me about this.
Yeah, it's a wonderful series for preschool children. It features 8 little angel characters who live on the ceiling of the children's nursery, and when the mom and dad aren't around, the angels come down and they teach the children. They teach them their ABCs and their 1, 2, 3s, and they also teach them wonderful family values, the importance of honesty and being truthful and kindness and giving and sharing. And
have we lost our way a bit, do you think, globally, in this kind of area?
That we have lost our way a little bit, and I think that the children, particularly the preschoolers, are exposed to all sorts of things that they shouldn't be. There's just like a media blitz, and so I really wanted to come up with a product in Little Angels that, you know, I know mums and dads are busy, and that we often sit our child down in front of the TV to buy ourselves some precious time that we need, whether it's a crisis moment or the dog is eating the gardener or whatever, or you'll fight now as your little daughter is growing up. And if you're going to be sitting your child down in front of a DVD anyway, wouldn't you rather it was something that was feeding not just their minds but their hearts, and uplifting? You know, the Little Angels also explores beloved biblical stories, and through that they learn just all kinds of wonderful and important lessons.
And you're also working with your husband on a project.
I am.
This seems a very bold move to me.
Oh, not at all. It's like...
Who's the boss, though?
Who do you think's the boss?
I think I know who the boss is. Certainly isn't him.
Listen, you know, behind every great man there's a greater woman, right?
Tell me about the project, then.
Well, it's still in a very early stage, so I'll tell you about it if you promise to invite us back so we can really talk about it when it's ready.
I want to get you both on together. It'd be great TV.
Wouldn't that be lovely? We're really looking forward to that. It's a docudrama series for the History Channel, and it's 10 hours on the Bible from Genesis through Revelation, and we're very, very excited to be working together, thrilled to be working on something as epic as this, humbled to be working on it.
And how are you all spending Christmas?
Well, we're spending Christmas with our kids. We have 3 teens, and we'll go to church and we'll have a great old family dinner, and you know, we're very traditional in many
turkey,
ways.
all the trimmings.
Christmas turkey.
Brussels sprouts.
Oh, I love Brussels sprouts.
I.
But my kids, I can't get them to eat them, but we are big Brussels sprouts family.
You've got to get them into Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. But
finest vegetables in the world.
I think so, and very good for you too. And we've travelled this year with our children. We work with Operation Smile, which is an absolutely fantastic group.
Great
a volunteer group that repair children with facial deformities. So we've taken the kids off on several missions, and
excellent.
You know, as we approach Christmas here and the holiday season, the importance of being open and generous of heart and giving back. So that's, to those whom much is given, much is expected, Piers.
Roma Downey, well said. And it's been an absolute pleasure. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
The world lost a one-of-a-kind talent when Amy Winehouse